Once the relentless fluctuations of the mind are finally silenced, a question remains: what fills the resulting vacuum? Yoga Sutra 1.40 suggests that a stilled mind escapes the limitations of physical scale. The practitioner develops mastery over their relationship to both the smallest atom and the vastest cosmic proportions. This state marks a departure from the impulse to control the world, shifting the practitioner into the role of a perfectly receptive observer. A quiet mind provides the essential prerequisite for perceiving reality as it actually is. Sutra 1.41 introduces the core mechanism for this transition, Samapatti, a state of complete mental absorption. Patanjali uses the metaphor of a pure crystal. Just as a crystal flawlessly reflects a red flower, the mind becomes indistinguishable from the object of its focus. Standard human perception relies on three separate pillars: the perceiver, the object of perception, and the mental instrument used to perceive. Samapatti collapses these three distinct pillars into a single, unified state of profound absorption. Direct knowing cannot occur as long as a boundary remains between the observer and the observed. This clarity is a progressive attainment. The mind moves through a series of stages to shed its ingrained cognitive habits. Swami Vivekananda described how our ordinary awareness processes physical objects through a specific filter. He identified perception as a mixture of three distinct streams: the word, the meaning, and the resulting knowledge. This internal refraction characterizes Savitarka Samapatti. Here, the mind is absorbed, but is still actively naming, reasoning, and analyzing the object. When we rely on language to identify an object, we are interacting with our own memories rather than the object's reality. A breakthrough occurs in Nirvitarka absorption, where the faculty of memory is completely purified and the internal narrative is checked. The practitioner stops projecting past language and personal associations onto the present moment. The essential nature of the object shines through, free from the distortion of human categorization. While data provides information about a thing, only the suspension of analytical thought reveals its essence. Concentration moves beyond gross physical objects toward the subtle layers of reality: energy, time, and space. The Hatha Yoga Pradipika explains that withdrawing the concepts of time and space fundamentally alters how the mind interacts with existence. This descent eventually reaches its termination point, the unmanifest realm, or alinga, which is devoid of all characteristics. At this ultimate boundary, the human intellect ceases. The mind is fully illumined, yet has no objects left to measure. We have mapped the most subtle peaks of human concentration, a point where the mind acts as an instrument of absolute precision. However, Sutra 1.46 provides a caveat. Every stage discussed so far, from the physical to the unmanifest, is categorized as sabija samadhi, samadhi with a seed. This seed, or pratyaya, indicates that consciousness still requires a base support or an object to reflect. Despite the mind's clarity, trace elements of ego and individuality continue to anchor the practitioner. Transforming the mind into a flawless crystal serves as the ultimate preparation for a direct encounter with reality. In our next episode, we will explore the emergence of truth-bearing wisdom and the final leap into seedless samadhi.